Alright, welcome everybody to the Thon. This is gonna be Super Metroid Run by yours truly. Any percent. Fan tune first, of course. I'm sure most of y'all at this point have an idea what's gonna happen, so probably won't have to explain too much, but there might be bits and pieces I explain as we go along. Little strat deviations and maybe some things that have changed over the past year or so with boss strats, skips, and whatnot. Nothing too major, but a lot of stuff that I had to learn coming back to the game after a bit of a hiatus. Yeah, when there's not an adequate tile there to boost off of, kind of just hold forward. Not too bad of a series considering. Ideally you want to boost off a ceiling tile that's falling down, but sometimes you just aren't really given good RNG with that. There's a lot of variability there with the steam and the tiles and whatnot. So yeah, the first like 10 or so minutes of this run is like standard Metroid fare at this point. Gotta collect all these items. Do one of two difficult tricks to get over a big pool of water. Then fight Phantoon. Hopefully this works still. Okay. That's a backup if you mess up the first moonfall.
Hole in the back.
Yeah, gotta have those, don't you? But yeah, if you fall off the first platform and don't hit the moonfall, you can do it off the second. You just have to make sure that you do a turnaround. Because what ends up happening is when you moonfall, you're like building up speed because you're like... There's normally like a downward velocity cap in this game. And moonfalling removes that, so you just keep building up speed, so you can like clip through half tiles and stuff if you're like aiming the right way and you're like going through it at the right time. So like there's a backup there that'll get you back into position as long as you do one turnaround animation at some point. So it's pretty good to be aware of. So yeah, now that we have the first missile pack, the planet's basically awake now. Like, they're aware we're here and taking all their goodies. Yeah, it's pretty interesting how quickly all these enemies just suddenly show up out of nowhere. Okay, that was a little sloppy. BT is BT is actually one of the harder mini bosses of Super Metroid, in my opinion. Just the volatility with getting missile drops where they appear in the air. There's some item swapping you have to do in between jump inputs.
Yeah, the important thing is you got the bomb there, Overfiend. Dropping the bomb.
Exactly. I didn't forget the bombs, RPG. You're totally correct on that, man. Yeah, that's a normalized setup in that room prior, where if you just sort of hold the shot button and then do 2 arm pumps at some point, you'll kill all the enemies just by holding the shot button. And you don't really have to think about what's going on too much. Want 2 missiles here though, so that when we kill these next 2 enemies, we're guaranteed missile drops because we're full health. And that might come up at some point in the run, just the concept of being full health to guarantee ammo. Health and ammo management is like one of the more difficult concepts to get used to. Especially in this category, like you can be given so many different curveballs potentially. As far as that goes, that it's really important to have like an understanding of what can go wrong, and also like what can go right, and how you can like fully use that thing to your advantage. So yeah, like I said, just pretty mundane item collection at this point. Gotta get our missile count up a bit for the first boss. Gotta grab this charge beam here too. There's some enemies, going back to like the whole health and ammo thing, there's some enemies that are like guaranteed more or less to drop something all the time. Oh. Close one. Like those cacti, they'll pretty much always drop super missiles. There's like a 1 in 256 that they drop big health instead, which is usually not ideal, but the vast majority of the time they'll give you a super missile, which those are like gold in this category most of the time. Like oftentimes during the run, like the exact speed at which you can like reasonably go is determined by your super missile count. So it's really important to get those as you can. Fast. I don't know that I want that much pressure on me, but I do hope I hit the 2 rounds. I'd say on my personal wish list right now. I hope I don't die, and then I hope I can not get stuck here for a billion years. Okay, that was a frame early, so this... I always go for CWJ here. This is a frame perfect jump towards the pillar followed by at least a 1 frame wall jump. Okay, that was a good backup. I'm really happy about that. It's it can be very easy to get stuck there indefinitely. So that was not bad at all. So you can do it outside the room if you like align yourself with the door. It gives you the exact setup to run in the room and have the 1 frame into 2 frame. But you can also do it from inside the room if you just get close enough to the door. I honestly feel like the CWJ is a little bit easier when there isn't that like missile box in the way, because if you get the jump normally, you have to time the jump input out of the fanfare, which can be a little tricky. But it's just timing and muscle memory at the end of the day. Alright, let's see what we get. Okay. Okay, definitely mashing too fast. This is looking like a slow at least. Probably a 3 round because of how poor my mashing was that first round. Okay, that wasn't too bad of a Doppler. Probably can do 3. Alright. That was pretty good management of those flames there. That's the trickiest part, I feel like, is navigating the flames. So yeah, not a great series of patterns. I definitely botched the first round Doppler pretty badly, but that's the main hurdle of the run gone. At least up until the mid-game. At this point, we kind of just go back to fairly comfy item collection. These super missiles are an easy pickup because they're pretty much just right there along your path. People have talked about possibly picking up other super missile packs along the way, but there's just not really any that are like so close to the route otherwise, you know? Like most other super missile packs you could think of lose like at least 15 seconds to grab. Yeah, it happened to me as well. I would like to think I've improved a little bit since then. I won't lie, that was a little bit of a tense ending of that boss, being stuck between 2 flames. But he didn't have a lot of health left. This ammo's pretty good. My missiles are low, but that doesn't really matter too much. The important thing is my super and PB count is high. And we didn't die there, so off to a pretty good start, all things considered. Yeah, I regret mashing too fast in the first round, probably just like a little bit of nervousness, TBH, but clutched it out at least. And I was put in a pretty good position with my health and ammo now. So this is Gravity Suit, obviously. Pretty much makes you move like normal through water and lava. Still take damage in acid, but you can at least move freely in it despite the damage. But now I don't take damage from lava, and I can move freely in that and water. No 5th power bomb, but that's fine. 4 is a lot to have here. And with 9 super missiles, normally if I was at 8 or less, I would farm the cack attacks in this room on the way down, but at 9 there's not really much point to. We can just go and do another moonfall here. And miss the door. That shot's a little tough because of your velocity. But if you manage to hit the door, then you save like 15 frames over not doing a moonfall there. There's moonfalls you can do in this room too, but they're a little tricky. I'm not very consistent at them, so I just choose not to do them. The room itself is very easy without moonfalls, so... Grabbing this upgrade here because it basically boosts the damage the beam does by like 66.6 repeating. 67%, however you want to look at it. Okay, we're breaking this open for later. Come through here to get to Meridia. It's better to do this now while we're on our way elsewhere. Yeah, it's a great beam for sure. Wave and Phaser is a really nice combo. Ice Beam tends to complicate things more often than not, because there's a lot of times where like you'll want to just kill something, but you'll freeze it beforehand if you have ice. So ice sometimes can be a bummer to have equipped, but it's very necessary for this run. A lot of reasons in Torian as to why that is, but yeah, we have to grab Ice Beam. Now I have high jump, basically jump twice as high now. Have to kill that Sova to unlock this door. And luckily it also breaks open those blocks so we can jump through. I try to do a bit of movement there to adjust the door transition. It's a minor thing with these like any percent runs that focus on like real actual time and not in-game time, is keeping the door transitions like as aligned as possible, because like every frame that the game has to spend realigning the door for you is a frame you lose. As well as, you know, paying attention to lag. There's some strats that are simply better than others because they're just laggier than others. Froze those platforms in the room prior so we could have enough run speed to mockball past that gate. The game doesn't intend for you to be able to do that, actually. It's supposed to like shut on you before you can get over there, but with a fast enough mockball, you get to ignore it. Had to wait there because of the enemies jump RNG. Normally on this ammo I wouldn't actually farm around the bugs there, but given that this is a marathon, I feel like it'd be wise to do so. Just to shore up our ammo a little bit more. Those Zodin pumps. So it's basically, if you like... The way I would put it is if you like strum an angle button with your fingernails, you can do like really rapid pumping beyond like normal just like L and R finger mashing. But it's pretty intense, and even if you do it like really well, it only adds up to like a second of time save, so it's like if you want to do it, it's not a bad thing to do, but it's just a pretty intense thing to throw in your runs.
Yeah, that sounds like something that's right up my alley.
I think you would like it, RPG. Yeah, you seem to be all about that.
Like I'd be like doing room times and just trying to build.
Yeah. People do track their individual room personal bests on like a community spreadsheet. So that missile pack before wave beam, I normally wouldn't grab that in attempts, but since this is a marathon, I think it is for the best. It'll make Torian a little less stressful. And it's right there in the path, so... So now we're done collecting items for a while. At least we've got the bulk of item collection out of the way. I'm gonna grab these power bombs. Okay. This is a pretty tough short charge I'm going for. Alright, we did it. That's a huge relief. Missing that short charge can be very crippling to a run because for a variety of reasons, but mainly the health loss of missing it, you have to do this backup called a gravity jump, which will drain even more health, which at this point in the run, health is definitely at more of a premium. So I'm very relieved to have pulled that off. Should be able to get this one too, that looked good enough. Yeah. Right on the edge there, but it's another short charge, Shine Spark. Okay. This room's kinda laggy. Sometimes you can get like a low lag variation of this room going depending on how you start the room. I didn't quite start it correctly, so it was a bit laggier than usual, but that's some of the hardest rooms out of the way. There will be hard rooms up ahead, don't get me wrong, but that's definitely... I would say that was definitely the most stressful part of this run taken care of. We'll see what Ridley has in store for us, but yeah. It's a big relief to get past those rooms in particular. I don't know if I'm gonna quite get this manip. You can get this hopper to like consistently jump over you. Okay, he did. I have to wait a second for him to get hit so that he's in a different state. Alright, didn't get that Kago, but we're in there. I like to use the background to line up these Shine Sparks. Almost didn't get that one. Okay, I didn't get this Flower House strat, so I just have to wait here, take that hit, jump through that guy with Invuln. Okay, now we farm these bugs using that strat. No super missiles, but that's okay, I'll definitely take the health, that is totally fine too. Alright, looking like a sketchy opener. That's not too bad, actually. I like to use the fireballs to grant me passage past Ridley's Hail. They deal half the damage as Ridley's Hail. So, it's nice to be able to use them when you get the opportunity to. You can roll under Ridley, but it's slower. Okay, he's doing a delayed swoop. He does that sometimes on that side. Okay, he's almost dead. Okay, should die in these three. Now we just need to get grabbed. Alright. That wasn't too bad. He was pretty cooperative. Especially considering how safe I was playing. Relatively. It's another item I wouldn't normally grab, but since it is a marathon, it pretty much makes the escape free. I mean, the escape would have been pretty easy on 279, but now that I have 399, it's like...
Yeah, we're getting that house stuff neat,
we are RPG, but... I asked myself whether I should bother using any save stations, or if I should just, like, grab an E-tank, and I feel like grabbing the E-tank is the better call. I don't think you'd like to see a shallow save station run. Yeah. Alright, this breaks enough of the wasteland statue here to clip through it. And we can get that speedball. Got a good boost too out of there. That's a really tough room. I actually think that's like the hardest strat in this entire run, personally. But yeah, if you've got 2 tiles of space, and then 1 tile above, Samus can probably clip through it in this game. And it sets up for that boost nicely, because you just boost off the hopper and you have enough iframes to get a short charge to do a little speedball there. It only saves 4 seconds, but like 4 seconds is a lot of time for something so simple, you know? Okay, now that we have so much health, I can go for a boost here. Alright, we got it. Have to go over this guy, because he didn't fly to the right, but that's okay. We got a good speed value. Okay, I'm probably not getting ball boost. Okay. Alright. I didn't think that bomb would actually reach that block, but yeah, we're definitely not getting ball boost now. On farm it at least. Sometimes it drops a missile, which is nice. We're getting a lot of missiles, actually. That's good. Could definitely use more supers, but otherwise our health and ammo is in really good shape. Because we had a relatively clean escape. Okay, I have to morph here. Alright, cool. Alright, got a super from that one. Yeah, I guess that's... Would it be sank hard? I mean, it's like in the mid-game. I don't know if there's anything comparable, like a mid-game art piece or something.
It's just as disgraceful at the end of the day, that's my opinion.
Well, I'd rather be disgraceful by finishing than be disgraceful and die miserably.
No, it's a smart decision on your part.
Thank you, RP. I'm glad I have your blessing on that one. Alright, now this is like the interesting thing about this route is fighting Kraid third. I'm doing some beam shots here. I'll explain why later. Hopefully I get this set up. Okay. Now I do a little D-boost here. Like the drops. Obviously our health is insane because that E-tank and this ammo is not too bad either. Alright, so... the reason I was doing those beam shots is because Kraid is a really laggy boss. Part of the reason he's so laggy is because when you fight him normally, there's these like nails flying around, these fingernails. Well, those actually exist below you, and if you time beam shots correctly, you can kill them and kind of like temporarily despawn them during the fight. Which will reduce lag if you're able to do that. And then on top of that, if you like damage yourself during Kraid's rising animation, when Samus is taking damage, she's only drawn to the screen every other frame, which will further reduce lag because Samus is only on screen half the time that she normally would be otherwise. So it's like a massive lag reduction strat, effectively, to do what I just did there. So yeah, we're going back through this too. We broke open earlier. Since we have gravity, free movement through this entire area. Got the jump there. It's a pretty small window to hit that jump as you leave the room. like to hold a beam shot there so that when I come out of spin at the top, I can just hit the angle button and it'll automatically fire. Do a short charge there to break through the pipes. And there's Bachun. Alright, he gave me one super back. Bachun doesn't often give super missiles. So it can be a little risky to just dump 6 supers into him like that, but it kills him immediately. The safer thing to do would be to replace 2 of those supers with missiles, but because we grabbed that extra missile pack and we're at 3 supers right now, we're not in terrible shape. Hopefully I get this, I'm not too sure. Alright. I kinda started the charge from a little far back, so I wasn't totally confident we'd get that. But that's the full halfie. Now we're at yet another boss. I find this boss to be the hardest in the game, at least in this category, personally. It's not very fun. You're basically trying to like do this script with this opener and just, yeah, follow the script the best you can, but man is it difficult. We'll see how it goes though. Okay, that looked like a pretty good opener actually. Okay, she's not doing a swoop. Alright, that wasn't too bad. I might need a... Okay. Sometimes you need a 5th bomb jump there, but my bomb jumps are better than I thought they looked, actually. I'll just explain this really briefly. If you kill Dragon while in the middle of a Shine Spark, you get this sort of blue suit thing going on where the game thinks you're in this like speed up state that I'm about to be in right here in this next room. It like doesn't know that you're not like running. So because you like ended Dragon, when Dragon dies, it forces you out of whatever pose you're in, and since you're in a Shine Spark, it like maintains that speed value of having Shine Spark on Samus. And that's effectively what like creates this blue suit that you get from a clean Dragon kill. And what that does is it basically like maintains a Shine Spark for you, and whenever you want to use it, you just press down and it activates. And yeah, Dragon guards Space Jump. It also guards Plasma too, but right next to Dragon is Space Jump, but it's just there's no point to grabbing it. It's a massive time loss at this point because the only part of the run that's really left is Torian, and there's nothing that really gets sped up in Torian by having Space Jump. Thank you. That was a pretty nice Dre. Overall, this is going a lot better than anticipated, if I can be frank. I'm not frank, but if I can be frank for a moment. This is going really well. Like, outside of the 3-round Fantoon, this is pretty ideal for a marathon run.
And my grandpa's name is Frank.
Oh. Try to do a little short charge there to break through those blocks in the room prior.
Maybe I could do one of these though. Barking it up!
Thank you. Alright, so our ammo isn't in the best of shape, but we do have that extra missile pack, so that's nice. Having the extra missile pack means that I only need 9 supers to be able to do Mother Brain 1 conveniently. If I only get 9, I might still refill just to be safe, because the only thing that should be able to like stop me at this point is getting sniped badly on MB1. Even though that's pretty unlikely, just in general, I still want to respect it, which is part of the reason I grabbed the extra missile pack. The reason why I'm saying that is because you need like a minimum amount of ammo to get past Mother Brain's first phase. You can't just charge beam her. It doesn't work. She doesn't take damage from that. So hopefully the Metroids are kind to me and give me the ammo I need to proceed. There are some grouping strats you can do to also try to like make it more favorable for you, but it still comes down to RNG. That's a pretty good start. Okay, 4 supers, that's pretty average to have at this point. Messed up my swapping earlier. Okay, so we have 3 supers. This isn't going super well, no pun intended. Okay, that is a big bailout. I will probably... I'll probably super here. Alright, that was pretty much a coin flip I just did. I would not have, I would not say that that was safe at all to do, to like flip a coin like that, but part of the reason I did that is because I was afraid that if I used missiles, I would have gotten less health drops, and I really wanted to make sure that my health was topped off, so I'm glad that room 4 at least came through. Okay, hopefully this goes well. I'm not sure about it. Okay, alright, we're back on track. That's the start of that skip looked a little sketchy to me. That's the modern baby skip. Some people call it clockwise skip, some people call it stachio skip after the person who sort of I don't know if you'd say discovered it or just like put people on the path to like realizing, oh, the skip is actually based, but it's a little bit faster than the original variation. The bomb spread there does have a purpose. It actually helps push the baby down a little bit in its trajectory so that it makes the skip easier to execute, ultimately. It makes the baby a bit more lenient in its pathing. So that bomb spread was intended, and it is part of the strat. And here we are. Man, the run's almost over already. Feels like we just started RPG. Ain't that right? A little bit of tap dancing. Not sure what my counts are at. I think this is 37, 38, 39. I might be off by 1 though. Wow. 36. Okay, my counting was good. Shame about that whiff though. We're just gonna keep pumping here. 57. Should be dead. Alright, cool. Gonna make sure I damage myself, otherwise she might actually kill me, because she does weird stuff if you're above 100 health after this rainbow beam. She tries to damage you below 100, and sometimes she can like overcompensate and actually kill you with a specific combo of attacks, so we don't want that to happen. Not at all. Yeah, there's clips of people dying that way. Like, I don't have muscle memory for doing a 4-tank Mother Brain fight, so luckily I remembered really quick, like, hey, you need to take damage, because you didn't take damage, you need to now, or else she might actually kill you during the cutscene. It's very unfortunate when it happens.
Sounds like a reason to get that easy.
Yeah. I mean, this is gonna be a low 42 RPG, how do you feel about that? It's a pretty good time considering.
Yeah, well my opinion on it is that any time you can complete a Super Metroid speedrun in a marathon is a W. The time, you know, it's really hard to get a really good time completing it.
Hell yeah. Alright, this is a run. Stamp of approval there. Yeah, I was thinking about asking about that, but I just didn't. Whether save or kill was just intentionally not a thing. I do a little moonfall there. Sometimes the inputs can be tricky on that one.
I mean, that's pretty hard. Killing the animals without even...
I mean, I didn't want to have to practice. I didn't want to have to practice the movement RPG. Admittedly, that'd be the reason why. I just wanted to.
Ah, come on! Saving those cuddly animals.
Too cliche anyway. Sorry, RPG.
It's fine.
GG. I don't think I could have asked for a smoother run. I could have asked for a better... Yeah, Fantune was the only thing, but it was pretty clutch if you think about it. Like, if you saw where I was at that third round with below an E-tank and stuck between two flames, I was just glad that I didn't eat shit, for lack of a better phrase.
Whoa! And bonk it up in this sphere.
Yeah, my biggest fear was definitely like missing Lava Spark and then just like getting owned in Lower Norfair at some point, but that was actually one of the smoother sections of the run. Thanks y'all, I appreciate it. It's a pleasure being here and helping contribute this run of the marathon. I'm glad it went as well as it did. I hope my commentary made sense for the most part. It goes by so fast that you only have a little bit of time to explain all these various things, but I did my best, so. I mean, I'm sure most people here know everything about SM any percent, so it's...
Like it was very mellow commentary, very chill. I mean, maybe it wasn't as legendary as Josh RTA coming in here and talking about it. It's still pretty good.
Well, I appreciate you giving me some keeping things calm RPG.
Yeah, I try to let you focus primarily, but I know how stressful this game is.
Yeah, it can be.
I think I would like start throwing things. And
Oh no. Alright, what we got
Very
next?
well.
What do we have next on the agenda here, RPG? Are you firing up something? Got the third Lupin going in the ocean
Yeah,
or
we're
something?
following up your amazing speedrun with the celebratory Lupin the Third.
You think you can follow this up, RPG?
I can maybe tie world record, which I have. That'd be pretty sweet.
Oh, that'd be pretty epic, yeah.
Probably not because I have to mash like a mofo.
Alright, well, I wish your wrist the best of luck with that one.
Yeah, and my nails too if I ever play Super Metroid. Absolutely pumping those LNR buttons. Alright, rolling out, Mr. Fiend. Hopefully you get the big peanut butters.
Oh, I just realized I'm in here on that account that I'm streaming to, Lamau. Alright, thanks again everybody for watching. I hope you all enjoy the rest of this marathon. Rolling out.